Hello, and welcome to my community project. I am Max from the class of ATM, and I first became interested in drums after seeing them in various cartoons, and I thought it would be great to try it myself. That was around 7 years ago, and I've been playing the drums after school ever since. I preferred the drums over other instruments such as the guitar because I believe it looked more fun and was also more unique because it is a percussion instrument. So that's why I want to teach the drums for those who want to pursue it and also to entice kids to find their own passion. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy. For how to sit on a drum throne, adjust the height of the throne so that your thighs are parallel to the ground, and sit upright. Make sure that all of your drums and cymbals are ergonomically located so that you can readily reach them without having to shift your body. Having your throne too low gives you lower back problems, and having it too high makes your legs easily fatigued. The American grip is the most frequent and easiest grip technique for many newcomers. This match grip approach is quite simple to master. It provides both strength and control when playing and can be used to execute most forms of music. To learn how to play with an American grip, follow these steps. As though you are about to play the drums, take a seat at the drum set. Raise your left hand and straighten your wrist so that your palm is facing down and your fingers are straight forward and parallel to the floor. For the second step, maintain this stance by keeping your hands no more than 2 inches above the snare drum head. For the third step, curl your index finger inwards towards you. For the fourth step, bend your index finger so that the tip of it is parallel to the edge of your palm. This grip creates a pocket for your drumstick. This pocket will serve as the primary source for your support drumstick as well as the balancing point. For the fifth step, place the drumstick between your thumb and index finger, gently bending your index finger to make it appear like you're about to pull a trigger. The drumstick should sit on your index finger's first knuckle. The next step is to determine the balancing point. This balance is essential for drumming because it provides your sticks a bounce when they contact the head of the drum. When done correctly, your stick should bounce back off the drum, dropping back down without any further effort on the drummer's behalf. You may use your drumstick to move it up and down to find the optimal equilibrium point. The best choice should give you roughly 7 bounces. This is around 2/3 of the way from the tip of the stick for most people. Place your thumb on the drumstick stop. Once you've identified the optimal balancing point, turn your wrist so that the palm of your hand is again facing the floor. Keep in mind that your thumb should not apply pressure on the drumstick. It instead keeps the stick in place as you play. For the 8th step, wrap your ring, little and middle digits underneath the drumstick with your other 3 fingers. These fingers, like your thumb, should not be gripped too tightly. This grip gives you enhanced control over your drumsticks while allowing them to bounce back off the drum head. For the 9th step, because the American grip is one form of matching grip, repeat the identical actions for your left and right hands, and you're done. For the grip of Germany, this grip is most commonly used by musicians that perform in corps or rock bands. When comparable to the American grip, the German grip allows the drummer to exert more power while playing the drums. Here's how to use a German grip. For the first step, begin the German grip similarly to the American style. Take a seat at the drum kit, then begin with your left hand and glide the drumstick up and down until you locate your stick's balancing point. For the second step, as with the American grip, make sure your palms are parallel to the surface of the drum. The drum surface is usually parallel to the floor, thus your hand should be as well. If your drums is positioned at an angle, the angle of your hand should be parallel to the drums and not the floor. For the third step, curl your index finger around the stick until it is snug beneath your first knuckle. For the fourth step, underneath the drumstick, curl your middle finger. Your stick should now be lightly resting on this finger. Your pinky and ring fingers will still support your stick, but they are less important for this hold. As a result, you may wrap your middle finger around the stick or fold them below. For the fifth step, hold the sticks with your elbows relaxed and outstretched from your torso. This position facilitates gaining the essential control and power to play appropriately. For the sixth step, when using the German method, you should strike just with your wrist. Try not to use your fingers, arms, or shoulders. And for the last step, because the German method has a match grip, you should repeat these procedures with your right hand. In contrast to the German grip, the French grip hits the drum with the fingers rather than the wrists. This match grip technique is better suited for music that requires more control and dexterity. This grip is used by drummers that perform jazz, technical rock, or drumline type compositions. Those that favor rock or heavy metal, on the other hand, will discover that this approach isn't powerful enough to provide the necessary sound. Here's how to apply the French grip technique. The first step is to begin this method similarly to the previous two grips. Begin with your left hand and use your thumb and index finger to identify the equilibrium point of your stick. For the second step, hold your drumsticks perpendicular to the floor, with the flat parts of your hands perpendicular to the floor. Remember that even if you are facing each other, your hands should still be approximately a foot apart. For the third step, to provide support, curl your pinky, middle, and ring fingers underneath each drumstick. For the fourth step, tuck your elbows in towards your body approximately an inch away from your torso. And for the last step, to finish the match grip method, repeat the step with your right hand. A traditional grip as opposed to a match grip is more common in jazz drumming than in rock drumming. The reason for this is that the strokes will be less strong since the drummer's hand is beneath the stick. Because these forceful strokes are more practical in rock drumming, practitioners in these genres do not employ a standard grip. However, both are appropriate for corpse drumming. The typical grip was invented by Army Corps drummers. Because their drums were resting on their hips while they played, using a match grip was difficult owing to the angle. Follow these steps to get a conventional grip. The first step is to hold the stick with your left hand, palm up, upside down. Second step is to next locate the stick's balancing point and insert it in the pocket of your index and thumb. For the third step, place the stick between your ring and pinky fingers. And for the last step, place your index and middle fingers on the stick's top. This was how you should be seated on the drum throne and the different ways of holding the drumsticks. Thank you!